Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
White Shadow's here. Nice.
As I say, my brother from another mother.
Nice. I'm gonna step out for a second to have a smoke because my wife just left and she doesn't like me smoking, and so I'm gonna have a quick smoke real quick, and then I'll.
That's always fine.
If that's all right.
I'll just put you in the background and then.
I didn't hear you. What?
Give me a wave when you're ready, and I'll bring you back in.
He's going to put you in the background while you.
Yeah. No worries. I'm
saying I'll just in the back station there. Oh. Just put a minute. Oh. Oh, this is going to be an interesting stream. Sigh. Rolando.
Hey, excited, Rolando, as always.
I need to have Sai in here, man.
All right, Dave.
What? Dave. Yes, we go. You got scuba.
So, how is everybody? You love Megazords, Rolando. Well, what you should do, you should head over to my channel, ThePeakyArrow, and check out my Megazord playlist where I review all of my Megazords. Why can I hear myself? That's why I can hear myself. Because your stream is somehow playing in the background.
I know, I was kind of wondering that. It's like, I thought I heard the neck. I'm always looking forward to this one. I'm just on the connections. It's going to be all right tonight.
Yeah, you are a little bit funky.
It's a bit.
Well, I appreciate you tuning into my videos, Rolando. I'm uploading one every day. I literally just before the stream, I finished uploading 4 more, so another 4 days. I think I've got 5 days in total worth of videos uploaded ready, and I'll be recording at least maybe 3 to 4 a day, just to until I run out, basically. Which I've still got another. I still got another 20 Megazords to go. Do you know what? I'd be concerned if someone was looking in through my window, considering I'm like on the 2nd floor.
Vicky, who's that in your window these days?
Is that my biggest fan? It is. This is my only fan. I've got around 34, I think. Roundabout. I'm in the 30s. I'm going up to SPD at the moment because that's like as much room as I can handle.
I know it's you got off at Aaron, and then doing a bit, you must acquire another 29.
If I can somehow like muster more room up, I would happily have more. But at the moment, it's just not not feasible.
Oh, I hate when the chat does that. Like, you go and press 1 and it skips to like 3 or 4 down.
Of course, it does. No toy. Maybe I should be the first toy reviewer on OnlyFans then. Yeah, I'll go. I'll get into that market. I'm just gonna throw my phone
That
down.
would be an interesting one. Here we go.
You're all cut. You keep cutting out, Baz. I can't hear you very well. Jesus Christ, they gone. Well, I think it's the ThePeakyArrow show at the moment because I cannot hear Baz.
1 minute.
Oh, Baz is gone. Making them show accurate. Yeah, well, funny enough, you say show accurate, Rory. I heard you're making my Zord show accurate. And you're stuck with me, I think.
Right.
Oh. Are you back, Baz?
I hope so. This thing had an update earlier on, so I think it threw off the settings. It's better.
I wanted a completely white Shogun. Not completely white, no.
Bazagon. That would make a good Transformer name.
What, Bazgon?
Bazagon.
Is that your Transformer name, is it? Bazgon?
No, it's actually my Transformer name is actually Cyberblast.
Cyberblast.
It seems to as myself. I wouldn't go that far. Nobody wants to see this from in this face.
Didn't you know this, Rolando, that Baz owns the website OnlyFans? That's how he can like get that's how he affords all these bargains because he owns OnlyFans.
I wish. I just pray to the toy gods and hope for the best.
Hey, Dagon's back.
So I do every Saturday morning, man. I just put my hand. I'll pray to the toys gods, and hopefully we'll find something interesting.
Yeah, but you always find something interesting.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I went bargain shopping. I had a VA appointment yesterday up in Salem, and because I'm crazy, I show up things like hours and hours early. And I just stopped by GameStop, and GameStop was having a 50% off everything in the store. So even like their clearance stuff, it was 50% off. It's crazy.
Oh Jesus!
So I picked up I picked up some things I'm going to show on my show tonight, but I'll show them off and I'll unbox them on my show. So sorry. But yeah, it's crazy what you can find. It's crazy.
Well, I found majority of Star Wars this weekend. I've already done a short on the Transformer figures that I did get, because I think it'd be, if I was trying to show them on this, I think it'd take about an hour.
Yeah. So much.
I also found some Lord of the Rings.
Oh, it's so funny. It's like nighttime for you guys, and like in the middle of the day for me. Because I see Arrow's background, it's all dark, and it's all light here. So
Yeah. Oh, I haven't done something. Hang on.
what is he going to do?
There you go.
Just forgot to put his lights on at the back. Show off.
I forgot to put my lights on.
Oh, there you go. Nice. This is my interview spot today. So I got this is how I do my interviews, obviously without a hat, of course, and no tie. And I go, look at me, I gotta talk about stuff.
There we go. I'll change camera so everyone can see my stuff.
Thanks for Orlando Flores showing up. He's always a great guy. He shows up to a lot of streams. He's a great guy. Awesome. So yeah, thanks everybody for showing up and stuff. I really appreciate it, And thanks for Bass for having me on, and Arrow for kind of directing it. Thanks.
I know it's going to kind of feel weird when Dave comes back in November. But we need to get Chris on all the time.
Have I met him? I don't think I met him.
So do you just want to get the pickups out the road now then?
Or if you want to go straight into it, if you're done talking.
I haven't got any pickups. So.
Oh no! Show something old. See, he's know how to lie. Baz, you need to teach him to lie a little bit. Say, oh, I picked this up last week. It's and then he's had it for 5 years. It's okay. It's okay.
No pickups for me.
I'll
be in London next weekend. So in 2 weeks I'll have some pickups.
How is London as a city? Is it nice?
It's all right.
So I've been to Frankfurt, and I've been obviously to Atlanta and American cities. How is it? I mean,
yeah, I quite like. I'm there for a convention, and then I'm going to Forbidden Planet and then the Lego store.
Yeah, I've seen some guys do the Forbidden Planet post those up. Those are cool.
I'm mainly looking forward to Power Ranger stuff in Forbidden Planet. I'm not,
Do you ever go into the I don't know, you probably have consignment stores, used secondhand stuff.
Yeah, we do, but I'd never really.
Not really your thing.
Yeah, it's not really my kind of thing.
All right. Well, because I personally, I love finding, even if it's like from the 80s or the 70s or the 60s, just stuff that's old, even though it's not worth nothing. I have a Roman coins and stuff, and I've been collecting. There used to be a military camp up the road from me, and I try to collect items from there. Does that make sense? Just find them. You don't have to be specific about nothing, but just history stuff. I don't know, because I have a postcard from World War II. It's an airborne one, and it's a guy writing back home and telling him how he's doing an airborne school and stuff. That's something that I know it's not worth nothing, but it's just I don't know. It's just that history that's out there we forget about. I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So, Peaky's not got anything. You want to go first, Legon, and then.
All right, I'll just show off with 2 things. I got more than 2 things, but like I said, I got my own show coming up. But I did get the Spirit figure in. Ooh,
Oh, nice.
Figure. Yeah, my I had it on pre-order, but my lovely and I've been seeing people getting it and stuff. And I pre-ordered it from GameStop, but it hasn't come in. I pre-ordered this in Storm Shadow last December, and my wife was like, "Well, it hasn't come in yet," and so she decided she found it on Amazon for me and got me early, so we canceled the pre-order. But I'm very excited about this figure. It comes. I don't have him with me now, but it does the Eagle does come. Spirit the Freedom does come with the extra wings that that come out.
I've seen a lot of folk posting that, man. That figure does look really cool.
Yeah. See, there's Freedom. That's the Eagle. And then of course, Spirit himself. There you go. It's a great figure. I mean, it's spot on. You can tell it was the early in the line still because they used extra parts because this is that calm thing that came with the you know how like Duke when he first came out he was all futuristic. You can tell they kept the same belt. Does that make sense? Because there's that you know what I'm talking about when the first classified line came out. Everybody had the shiny on up. Because
I've got the roadblock that comes with a weird.
Yeah. So and like I said, he has a big knife there. He has a big knife there that comes out. So it's really cool.
That's not a knife.
It's not a knife. And then of course he has a little dagger too, which is really cool. So if you had him tracking stuff, or you can have him pick up a like landmine or something like that with that one. It's a really great figure. I mean, this is like I said, I'm not getting another G.I. Joe figure until they make a paratrooper. But I ordered this before because I knew I wanted it. I'm going to miss out on that Dusty, but I'm holding to it. So, and of course, he has a pistol as well. If I can get it out of there. Yeah, there you go. So, that's the great thing about the classified figures, as everybody knows, everything goes on them so well. They have storage for everything. So. Let's say if I didn't want him to hold his rifle actually fits on this little peg. You can see it here. See that little peg there? It fits right there.
Like about a month ago, I picked up a lot of Fortnite weapons, and I need to try out on the roadblock that I've got because I thought they might be in scale with the figures instead of having that big futuristic.
And then of course you see his sergeant rank on his arm, which is really cool.
No, I think he'd be like a good fit, with like Predator.
Mm-hmm. Well, because that's what he's kind of based off of. If you look at a Predator movie, there's a lot of Joes that are like those guys. Like Leatherneck is kind of like what's his name? His character, not Arnold, but the other one, his friend, that's a wrestler. What's his name?
Well, I know who you're talking about.
He was a wrestler. He was a wrestler too, and he did commentary and stuff. He was actually the governor of Michigan for a while or something like that. Anyhow, but like I said, the backpack's really cool too. You can see it has all the pouches and stuff, and then of course it has a little perch. The obviously Freedom goes on the perch. It's kind of hard because there are little holes, but if you just be patient with it.
That's quite a nice one and extra touch though, just so you can actually impose with it.
The head actually moves a little bit. Yeah, the head can move to side. So it's really cool. Like I said, I didn't bring the bigger wings, but he has he's got the And then the other thing I got, this was when my wife, she picked me up. Obviously, this wasn't a bargain or anything, but I was happy. That's what you gotta get a good wife out there, guys. A good spouse if you're a lady, because they take care of you. They do the little things that show you the care. So, and then I got this as a steal. I got this at once again. I was at before my VA appointment. I went to GameStop and it was 50% off all the clearance stuff. And I got the Criminal Joker. The Glare.
Well, that's a very nice one. That's a good Joker. Like,
yeah. That cane will be awesome to use with other figures. Like if you had you could probably cut that cane, and if you had if you got a Sergeant Slaughter figure, that could be his walking stick or whatever, if you wanted to. If you had enough of them, I'm not going to do that, of course, but. And I got to see it was on clearance. It was on clearance for $17.97, but I got it 50% off of that, so I picked it up for about around $8.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's how I got Batgirl. I got Batgirl. I'll show off on my show. I got her for $9 on clearance at Target too. You can find deals out there. You just gotta be patient. And the way I see it is, let them find you, and just be patient. Things go on clearance, and if they don't go on clearance,
funny that you actually said that, Egon, because I've been after the Lord Zed helmet for a while.
The what?
It's a Lord Zed helmet. It's from
Power the one they were one of the boys were showing off last time.
And it's usually about 120 quid, Chris.
What's that?
For the Lord Zed
helmet? Yeah.
I managed to pick up last night for 30 quid.
Oh wow. All right, well, fine then. You beat me on the. Hey, I'm a poor American trying to find bargains there. I can't. I can't beat you, Baz. You're just too good.
It wasn't just that. There's a toy. It's a toy shop in the UK. It's Cried Entertainer.
Yeah.
So they've got 75% off, like the Lord Zed helmet, and they've got 66% off on the Turtle Rangers 2-packs.
Oh, nice.
Well, so I managed to pick up Raph and Tommy as a foot soldier.
Jesse, there it is, right there. Jesse, the body Ventura. Thank you, man. That's who he was. That's who I was. That was the wrestler. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt your story.
That's all right.
But that's a great deal. That's awesome, man.
Because there was Game where I usually get a lot of my Marvel stuff is from Game. And I noticed Game's got it for 116. I keep hoping one day I'll go in there and it's doing, but it was actually Lord Critus that's in the chat. It was actually him. It was mentioned to me, but it was Billy, the Traveling Power Ranger, that actually put the post up saying about it. So it's like, you were after the Lord Zed helmet, Bazzy? And I was like, yeah. He goes, well, Entertainer's got it first. Like, oh, last night I was like, oh shit.
Nice.
But Entertainer's got a lot of good. It's not just like Power Rangers. They've got good deals on Transformers, Star Wars as well. Some of the Star Wars stuff is reduced, but majority of the Black Series figures that are reduced I've already got, so there's no point in picking them up again unless I want to have one box and one loose. But
you could, like I said, if you ever got into the customizing, because you even putting a dirty wash on it makes them look a lot like it makes it pop. Does that make sense? A dirty, you know what I'm saying by a dirty wash? Just a little black and you dilute it with a little water and makes it, kind of more of a gray. You need to dirty wash it on just to put, that dirt on them. You know what I'm saying? You'd be amazed. I can't do it myself. I don't have the patience. But there's guys out there. I mean, it's just. What you been working on? Any more customs you've been working on? No, not really.
No, boy, I'm still kind of working on the Ranger Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
If I want to leave it the way it is or actually paint it up kind of thing. But I have a few ideas for stuff, and I've got a big project for like next year.
Yeah.
That I really need to start working on the now, so I've got all the parts for it. But that's for a different time though, different show. Yeah. But it's just a laughing joke we have in the Discord kind of thing, eh? Because I'm the only Scottish guy there, eh? So I had to harm at some point. So once I start doing it, I'll make sure I'll post pictures of it, kind of thing.
Okay. How about you, Peaky? What are you doing over there? I know you didn't pick anything up, but you been customizing anything, or is there?
No, I don't. Apart from the Doctor Strange cape that I done last week, I haven't customized anything.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm not really too into that. Like, I only customized the cape because I had a second Doctor Strange figure that was exactly the same, so it just made sense. But no, I've just been mainly working on getting videos uploaded and stuff.
Oh, nice. Did you know did you vote in the Scarif After Dark poll voting for best movie? What would your best movie of the year be for fantasy or whatever? If you had to come up with
I've
one.
still actually got to put mines in. I'm still thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different movies that it's just trying to get the right one.
Mm. Well, it's Peaky's Lane. He says he looks at movies. So what's your top movie there, Mr. Arrow?
My top movies.
Yeah, top one. This last year. Yeah.
Of this last year.
Yeah. Putting him on the spot. Do I need? I can do the Jeopardy theme for you. Na, 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 na.
It would probably be Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nice.
it'd probably be that. That's probably my favorite movie from this year.
Yes. The only movie I saw, the only movie got into the theater was Top Gun 2. My wife is not a Tom Cruise fan at all, but she enjoyed the movie. It's a good movie, I tell you. I mean,
I've not seen it.
For what it is, it didn't try to be more than what it was. That's what I enjoyed about it. You went in the movie, you knew what you were watching, it didn't matter.
Oh, definitely.
Nice. Does that make sense? There was no you really didn't need to know the first movie. You just went in there and I did because I'm of age, but it just was what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sorry. How Baz, what you got? You got one? Favorite movie? Come on now. What do you see that really is like? Yeah, this is worth paying for. And while he's thinking, I just noticed that the clip on the gun, on the weapon, it comes off too. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So you can put it in one hand like he's loading it.
To be honest with you, I ain't got a clue because there were so many good films coming out from last year. Well, we would probably have to pick one. I'd probably have to go with probably the Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Nice.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed that.
Nice.
But it's like on Saturday I went to the boot sale as usual.
Yeah.
Picked up two of these.
Nice.
So this one's missing the rockets that go on the side.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I might try and do some work on this one.
Yeah. You can turn that one red real easy, I would think.
And then there's the other one that actually comes with the rockets or the guns.
Oh, nice.
But this was a bonus because this one actually comes with a figure as well. And then for scuba, I kind of roughly showed this off.
Nice.
But I managed to find this.
That's cool.
But also come with a figure as well. I don't think
the Action Force? Is that the Action Force?
Man, it's been repaired. There's bits missing off it, but when I see the Action Force vehicles, I can't really leave them. Even if they're in really bad shape, I can't leave them. It's like, because you never know who needs parts, kind of thing. So
yeah.
And there was also
nice.
We've got the little sled thing as well.
Nice.
And then got another. I got is it the A-wing?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's A-wing.
Oh, it had something that shot out the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's actually got a Nerf. It should have a Nerf dart.
Oh, okay.
You plug it in and you can come and fire it out, kind of thing.
Nice.
Oh, I'm dropping everything here. But I know these are no Joes, but these were like the closest thing that me and my younger brother used to have when we were kids. So managed picked up quite a few of the
corpse.
Vineyard corpse, aye.
Yeah, nice. I have a couple of those too. They're kind of nice to have them because if you're doing a display or something like that, they break up like normal characters and stuff. Does that make sense? They're good figures. There's nothing wrong with them.
A couple of them are missing their thumbs, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't really
Joe's
see.
missing some too.
You don't really see these much.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the majority. It's the more modern ones you come across. But I always pick these up for spare parts.
Yeah.
As well. So if you're needing arms or legs, man, you can always kind of mix them with your Joes. I know a lot of folk would say, "Oh no, don't do that," but they always come in.
Yeah.
Come in handy.
Well, see, the thing about them too is they had some lines that were themes too. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them were one kind of color thing, so it was like easy, like you were arming building because they were all one color. You know?
Like this guy's kind of weird because it looks like he's got
skates
on, but it looks more like tank treads.
Yeah, that's funny.
But the bonus, you'll like this one, was I got a Cobra.
Oh, nice! Wow, that's a good looking one too. The paint looks good on it as well.
Yeah, and it's
solid.
It's a solid.
No loose joints. Nice.
It's like the Joes. Majority of the Joes, man, I have picked a few Joes up for like boot sales and that, but it's majority it's the early 90s or the late 90s, anything. Yeah, I also picked up this little Yoda as well.
Oh, nice. That's cute.
And I picked up a couple of speeder bikes as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's my jam right there. That's awesome. What line is that from?
I'm not too sure. I still need to. I think that one's for the Force Awakens.
Okay. That's cool though.
The baggy Star Wars figures I've actually got the Trooper for this one.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Yeah. There's just something about that design, that bike design I just always liked, you know?
I picked up some Lord of the Rings figures as well.
Oh, nice.
It's Gimli.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
Oh, is it a Nazgul?
Yeah, that's cool. Nice.
Boromir?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I still always weird.
Hey, I didn't even need to question that one.
He's a man of action. What can you say?
An orc.
Oh, that's cool.
Is that an orc or was that a Urukai or the?
I think it might be a.
Oh, it's an orc.
He has a face of mother only a mother can love.
Just like me.
Oh, we love you, Arrow.
So I picked this up for the niece.
Oh, is it McDonald's? Is it like a McDonald's toy or?
I don't know if it's McDonald's or no, but it kind of reminds me of Muppet Babies stuff.
Yeah.
The new modern ones.
Yeah.
But that was the stuff I got on the Sunday, but on the Saturday I found this guy.
Oh, that's cool, Bruce Lee.
And
that's cool. Who is that?
I've already got this guy, but as I say, I like the stuff. I usually pick up double large because you never know who kind of need them. And then go one of the new, was it 2017 movie, Chris? Right.
Yeah.
Getting for my nephew because my nephew likes.
We don't talk about that movie. That movie, I don't know what you're on about. There was no 2017 Power Rangers movie. That movie doesn't exist.
That's cool. I love those. We had those when we were kids too. I love them.
Yeah, I had these when I was a kid. So
yeah,
when I seen this, it's like I have to have that.
I remember being little, and you'd play with him in the bath, and then all the water would pour out of him and stuff. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah.
I'm so glad I wasn't the only one that took his dinosaurs into the bath with him when he was a kid.
Come on now. I was like 5 or 6.
I had a Stingray sub that went in the bath.
Oh, nice.
These up on Saturday as well.
Oh, that's cool. Those are cool.
Man, I mind having these as a kid. Because this is the original one. These ones are like a knockoff, but I've already got a couple of these guys.
That's awesome.
When I see them, I pick them up because they kind of just remind me of kaiju's kind of thing.
Oh yeah. I just remember having them stomp on my Hot Wheels and stuff.
I used my dinosaurs. The dinosaurs I had that were that size.
That's a bag of Star Wars figures, but I've already done a short on them just to. I think it'd be here all night, kind of showing some of them off. But there is some good ones in here.
Yeah.
We got like the concept Luke. That was a bonus finding.
Nice.
Oh, so cool.
And I got Yoda's little.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Something you don't see. Always Chewbacca.
I don't know how many Chewbacca's I got, but I see the bag and I just picked them up.
Yeah.
I've probably got doublers of these anyway at some point. And then last week I was saying to you that I picked up Rodon at the thingy, so Ghidorah finally come as well. I didn't realise. I know King Ghidorah is meant to be bigger, but I didn't realise how heavy this one actually is.
Oh, I realized it broke pretty thick.
Oh, I didn't realise. And then I picked up Blight, so I'm only needing one more to actually build this Joker Batman.
Nice.
So I'm now on the hunt to find. I can't even remember what the guy's name is. Is it Shriek? It's the guy with the white suit.
I don't think I've seen that.
The only one I've come across that B&M's is selling is the unmasked version, but I need the
part.
I'll find them. Then I went back to.
Oh yeah.
And I got some.
Nice.
I got Moth.
Nice.
And I'll probably get a lot of hingy, but I do.
Oh
like
yeah,
them.
that's cool. I've seen that in stores. That's cool.
But for $8.99 is like because these usually go for about 30 quid.
Yeah.
And then I picked up this weird looking Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
They've already got a wild child, so
he looks more like Eddie Munster from the Monsters.
I really want that Sugar. Is it Sugar Money? Sugar Man.
Oh, it builds something too? Do they all build something now? Is that how they get you to buy all of them? So they build something?
Yeah. I've got a Marvel Legends wave pre-ordered. That's a builder figure.
I got Wild Child that comes with the bat kind of thing. So I'll pick these up when I see them cheapy.
Yeah, I saw this one. It came with like an extra suit of armor, so it was supposed to be able to build some kind of knight or something. But I thought, like, man, that super armor is actually kind of cool by itself. It was just like the breastplate, you know. But I don't know which one. I don't remember which character or nothing it was for.
Oh. The last thing that I picked up, Chris will probably thingy, but I picked up this knockoff Lego.
That's cool.
Like Gundam thing.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's everything I've got this week. I need to, as I say, I need to watch my spending because my car goes in for its yearly service. For its MOT that we cry over here. Oh,
you guys have to check like the carbons and all that, don't you? All the carbon, all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's
thank God I don't have to.
Over here, it's cried an MOT kind of thing, and they basically go over the car and make sure the car is worthy for the road kind of thing. So I always dread it. It's always one part of the year that I kind of dread. So that goes in next week. It's like I shouldn't really have ordered the stuff last night, but I had some spare cash there, and
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I'll just get it because they do about it. The time next week comes, they're probably sold out, especially going for that price, kind of thing.
I can't imagine. I'm glad my state doesn't have this actual state I live in doesn't have a sales tax. So like when I buy something, like it was $5.99, it's $5.99. When I buy something off a line, I like when I'm bidding on eBay and all that kind of stuff, that's the price I'm paying because we don't have sales tax here. That's freedom. I've never taken a car in for a carbon test, for any vehicle I've ever owned, because I live out in small towns out here.
My movie is as far as
I'm sorry. How's the TV? Did the TV license go away? I know I brought that up before, but do you guys still have a TV license you have to pay? Why? Yeah. That's disgusting.
It's the government, nothing to do with like the royal family or anything. It's the government.
Well, I know that, but that's disgusting. What? I have to pay to watch TV.
The reason why we have a TV license is because of the BBC.
Well, I know. I get it. Well, we have OPBs and Oregon Public Broadcasting, or PBS is just public broadcasting that we pay taxes to, but they don't charge it for watching TV. Criminy. That's crazy.
Greedo in a speedo.
Sorry, this is American British differences, I guess. United Kingdom differences.
Aragon.
That's some pretty cool stuff, though. That's awesome.
I don't know if I'll get a boot sale this week because, as I say, I've got this MLT thing, and it's one part I hate because it could be anything from like say £50 up to like £400 or £500 to kind of, but that's the joy of having cars, man. Cars are good.
Yeah, but you guys have pretty good public transit, don't you? Is it okay? I mean, could you survive without a vehicle?
We have a thing called road tax as well, so you have to pay for your car being on the road. But I'm kind of lucky because my road tax is only £30 for the year because it goes down on emissions. It's like my dad's one, that's like £280 for the year.
That's sad.
It's kind of weird because it's the same size as engine. My dad's got a 1.4. My dad's got a 1.4 diesel, and I have a 1.4 diesel. And his emissions are higher than mine's.
Do you guys have income tax as well?
Yeah. The taxes for everything they go on, man. It wouldn't surprise me if they go down the route and they do like what they do with your sale is it. You go to the supermarket, you see a figure for $20, and by the time you go to the till, it's cost you like $25.
They tax food too? Because here I know different states don't usually tax food. They tax food too.
Your tax is kind of in the price, so we still have to pay 20%.
Wow,
that's on the food kind of thing, eh?
I'm not trying to be different advantages for different things, I guess. I'm not trying to be political, but that's crazy. I didn't realize it was that bad. Like we don't get taxed for it. Like we get taxed for nothing here, I guess. But then we don't have the things we don't have though. We don't have like the health systems you guys do though either. So
they have a spare next to this box. Shriek, send me your address and I'll send it to you. Oh, nice. Cheers.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take off because I got some housework to do for my show at 4. So
that's no worries, man. As I say, it's always nice for you to pop on.
Well, yeah. Well, I really appreciate you guys letting me on and sharing all your guys' stuff and talking to me about things. I enjoy it. So hopefully everybody enjoys me talking to you. So we'll check it later.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.
Skateboard. To answer Jonathan thingy, I drive a Peugeot. But my road tax goes on the emissions of the car, so my emissions of the car is, I think it's like under 70.
That's not bad.
Oh. So
I've
apart
just found two Zords on Vinted that I need for my collection, and I can only afford one of them.
Chris, you need to stop buying Zords, mate.
But I need them.
Si, I'll message you later with my dressman and we'll get something sorted. Oh, and we have another surprise guest in the back.
Hello,
You just missed the goodies, mate. You just missed the goodies.
I was watching, but the missus had Shetland or something on, and I'd just been catching up on bits and pieces on my phone for work. Boring paperwork stuff. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
Very
I'm good, mate.
thank you. Tired. It's been a long week, and it's Friday tomorrow, so that's good. Can't grumble about that. Oh, hang on, I look like a zombie. One moment. Let's turn Hollywood lights on. There you go. That's better. Look at that. Got all flashed, didn't I? Sup? You should see my little setup. I've got my light, my phone with all the chat going on. Mate, I feel proper technical tonight. I've come a long way from Nokia 3210. I tell you.
And there's me with 3 monitors.
Oh, I'm not very tech savvy. I've got to be honest with you. I'm quite crap with technology. It's a miracle that I can edit a YouTube video. To be honest with you, how the hell I get that done when I manage to get around to recording? It's a miracle.
No, but there's I hear you're going on the Monkey Lizard hangout on Monday. Soon.
It's actually, I believe it's the 10th of October I'm going on. So God knows what Salacious is going to put me through and what questions he's going to ask. But
trust me,
Just
that'll be the night of
all
your
I'm
life.
going to say is be prepared for anything.
I'm prepared. I can take whatever he throws at me. I hope.
Me
Famous
and Dave
last
was on
words.
I think it's a couple of months ago, man, and it was the best night ever.
Yeah, I've caught a few, but like I say, the first time I was ever sort of on anything with Salacious was the other night on his birthday stream. I jumped on for 10 minutes, but it was great to be on. But there were so many people; it was wild.
Right.
I struggle speaking to myself, let alone more than one person. It's just quite difficult. What's the edit a video you talk about? Just record and hit share on YouTube button. Job done. It's not far from that, but considering most people can't get me to shut up talking, whenever you turn a camera on me, like to record, my intros, I probably have to do them about 10 times. And like the last video I did, the Action Man one, such long pauses in it. I mean, it was a 14.5-minute video, but I think I recorded about 45 minutes because I go, and this is Bullet Man. He's made out of eggs. No, he's not made out of flipping it. The brain just goes to, do you know what I mean? And then my mouth gets dry and dry.
Monkey Poo if he asks you for the videos.
I saw Monkey Poo the other night.
Not the nicest of ones.
Really, Si? Shall I not pick Monkey Poo? I mean, I kind of feel it's reverse psychology. Like you want me to pick Monkey Poo.
But it's Monday night's live stream, and that was, I think, like the last hour. I could not do nothing but kind of die of laughter. And especially at the end when we all sung Never Ending Story, man, I don't think I could sing. I was in, me and Chantel were laughing like I don't know what.
Was it kind of in the vein of Stranger Things? Were you really giving it some?
Basically,
Fantastic.
ever since they done that, it's like Tuesday. That's always in my head, and I'm sitting at my computer doing my stuff, and I'm just randomly singing the song, and I think everybody will walk past me is like saying, "I think Bazzy's lost the plot somewhere."
Well, I am. No, it's awful. Always at tea time too. Oh dear. No, I won't pick monkey poo. I'm promising nothing.
Pick the Greedo and a Speedo. That one's a good one.
I think I caught volleyball the other day. That one was all right. That one was okay.
Or the one everybody usually asks for is Chantel's legs, or the dude one, or the Geek Strong Dino. They're all good ones.
Well, I presume I'm still on because I messaged Salacious afterwards because he said send me a picture and I'll make a thumbnail. Okay, cool. So I was going to send him, and he picked the most god awful screenshot from the stream the other night. It's like, cheers, bud. Me looking at absolute monkey poo. So yeah, never mind. But no, I prefer it that way.
Is the only one to pick. Touching oneself is a personal. That's another good one, to be honest.
So
the only piece of advice I could give you, Nick, is when you're on Salacious, is go back and watch a few of his live streams so you can get an idea of what you're putting yourself in for, because that's what I did before I went on. So I kind of knew. Well, I usually watch Salacious on a Monday anyway, but I kind of watched some previous live streams just to get an idea, because I knew some of the questions he would ask, kind of thing. But you'll have fun.
He's probably the only person who hasn't. You're looking forward to Echo, Nick? Yes, I am. Echo is going to be amazing.
When isn't it, Echo? That's coming up soon, isn't it?
1st of October.
Well, first. Ooh. I wish I could get in there, man, but it's just a bit of a drive for me. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's 3.5 hours for me. Christ knows what it is for you. And that's if you don't
thing, but it's trying to get time off work for that, man, as well. That's when we can't get anywhere busy from in period. Eh?
Well, I've never been to Echo, but I'm looking forward to meeting a load of people who we'll chat to in person. They'll all get to see how short and fat I am in real life. Because as I don't know if you've seen Luke's latest video, he's nicknamed me Action Pop Jawa because apparently I'm only 3 foot stood on a box.
It's just like Simon says. When I say his brother stays near me, so the next time Si comes up my way, I'm going to try and meet up.
Nice. Yeah, it's good. I do like. I mean, I'll get to meet up with Luke for the first time in person. To be fair, Nick Salacious has stuck to the same 12 questions for the last 50 shows, so you won't have to do much research. I did message Salacious saying my willy is getting wet just thinking about it. And normally, if you message that to somebody, you get banned. But I think with him, that's absolute normal behavior.
I was just like Mondays, like some of the stuff he was coming out on Monday, man. I couldn't do none that waff.
Yeah. It's not a stream I'd watch back with a lad. I'll be honest with you.
Oh no.
Probably best not to.
Yeah. Already have enough trouble trying not to get him to, I try my best not to swear around him, but it does slip out occasionally. But, when he was younger, he used to, excuse me, you should see the size of that spider that's just run past my foot. It is huge. That's massive. Luke's proper sound in person. Yeah, well, I think I've mentioned on a couple of streams, we're sharing a hotel room. So, poor Luke. I don't know if anyone's meeting up in the evening afterwards or who's staying up there. So are you staying up there? I don't know, but I know one of my mates is coming up with me, and I know obviously Luke's staying overnight. So hopefully a few of us will grab a beer or two in the evening, possibly some eats.
Be the most money you spent all year, kind of thing as well.
No, because I've been to a couple of Action Man shows this year. and I took the family away in August. Still recovering from that one.
You're staying Saturday night.
Excellent. Excellent. That's going to be good. I really can't wait for it. It's going to be like I said, it's going to be nice because I've spoke to pretty much all of you at some point along the line, be it on stream, be it on video calls or WhatsApp or whatever. So it'd be quite cool to. Well, it's not so much put faces to the names. We all know each other's faces,
Right.
Just to see how sexy we all are in real life. To be fair.
I thought you were taller.
Well, Luke has literally sold it to everyone that I am tiny, and I'm not. But
No, I think Chris knows the feeling because we all kind of have the. It's like there's running jokes with myself and there's running jokes with Chris. Is everybody thinks Chris is the size of an Ewok?
Yeah, but I'm 5'8".
yeah, I'm 5'9", so I feel your pain, mate. I feel your pain. Everyone thinks you're short. It's like I'm not average height. I'm an inch taller than Tom Hardy. Come on, and I've got better teeth.
And it's always with me being the only Scotsman in your Discord. Is it the things that they come out as well? You should be the Iron Brew Avenger. You should be the Iron Ranger. You should be a Scottish Ranger. Blah blah blah. So the more they've kind of hanged it, it's like I've kind of said, like, you know what? I need to design a fucking cosplay for this. My brain's becoming overloaded with it now.
To be fair, though, when it comes to Scottish people, I've got a friend called Kim who lives in Scotland, and I was working on site one day, and I WhatsApped her about, I can't even remember what it was, and she sent a voice note back because I think she was tied up doing whatever, and my friend Jason said, "Oh, I bet she's Scottish. I bet she's drinking a can of Iron Brew or something." And then I said this to Kim in the message. Jason the Sparky says that, and yeah, she bloody sends back a picture of a can of Iron Brew. It's like it's so predictable.
Go where am I coming
He's talking
to?
about Echo. He's talking about the Star Wars thing, Chris. It's cried Echo.
No. I'm not I'm not a heavily massive Star Wars fan. Like I'll watch them. I'll watch the films. I'll watch the shows, but I'm not that huge into it really.
He's not big. He's not big as fan as us, man.
Yeah,
my thing is Marvel. So
nothing wrong with that at all. I mean, there's quite a few toy lines, and like a lot of the lads in the community love Mask. I have zero interest. I love watching Dave Toypoloy's restoration videos and VTR Dave's restorations, but I've got zero interest in collecting them. The cartoon I didn't particularly like as a kid.
But you're kind of into what was it cried? Oh, the names just went right in my bloody head. Playmobil. You're a big Playmobil person as well.
I mean, I like Playmobil, and I've got a good excuse having an 8-year-old son. Like I say, I've got no issue with things like Mask or it's like Thundercats. I like Thundercats. Sorry, what am I saying? I love Thundercats. Motu. I missed Motu. Brain's cooked. It's late. Well, I didn't miss it. My older sister was a bit of a tomboy. She had Motu toys. So naturally, some of those passed down to me. But Thundercats was more in my eye line as a kid. So I had like the Fist Pounder, which I got out of the loft the other day, missing most of its parts, bar the seatbelt, which apparently a lot of people are after. I had the Thunder Tank. I had tons of the figures. I bloody loved it. I've still got a few of my childhood figures from that. But Motu wise, I mean, I know I had a Grislaw. I say my sister had. I had He-Man, Skeletor, the usual run of the mill figures. But it, like, I was just on the end of it, you know. And then shows like Turtles came out and Bucky O'Hare and Captain Planet. Not that Captain Planet really got huge, but did anyone like Captain Planet?
Yeah, I used to go watching Captain Planet when I was a kid.
Recent show. What's that? Nice art, your son.
Oh, and GeForce. Yes, I am saving to go to the Lego store next week.
As you would say, talk of the devil, and it will appear.
The monkey lizard himself.
your leader.
Yeah, well, I saw the trailer for the new Mandalorian series today. I could never have a current affairs YouTube show because I'm so behind on everything. But there were quite a few monkey lizards up in a tree in the trailer.
There was. I spotted as soon as I spotted them in the trailer, I immediately thought of Sagacious. I was like,
I was like, "Where's Rum? Where's Rum? He must be somewhere around doing his bidding. I don't know." But hey Scuba. Yeah. So I don't know if you spoke about it yet. Are you guys looking forward to the new Mandalorian?
yes, 100%.
Yeah, I'm of all the Star Wars shows and everything that's been out, it's definitely Mando's been the one. I could have done without a few of the things in it. I don't think you need to keep forcing Luke Skywalker into it. But generally, it's been quite a good show. I like the character of the Mandalorian. Everyone loves Grogu.
Very excited for this season coming up because we get to see Mandalore in live action.
That will be cool, yeah, because they showed some shots, and it'd be interesting to see what happens with. See, I'm crap. What's her name? The one who wouldn't take the sword when he's like, "I yield, take the sword." What's her name?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. Thank you. I'm like vintage Star Wars, like Star Wars Empire Jedi. I'm pretty good with the main character names and that, but coming into the Mandalorian, I'd be lying if I said I watched all the Clone Wars and stuff cartoons because I didn't.
I need to finish watching Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and Rebels because Bad Batch season 2 comes out next year, and I need to finish watching season 1 ready for that. And I need to watch Rebels because of the new Ahsoka TV show they're doing. It's basically tying directly after that. So I kind of need to know what happened in Rebels to understand Ahsoka properly.
I mean, of all the stuff I've watched, I did watch, like I said in a stream a while back, I did watch Obi-Wan, and I found if I turned my brain off, it was okay. But then I've watched is it the Patterson? What's the one Michael French did a video about? Is it the Patterson cut where they took it down to 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Michael sent me the link for that, and I watched it, and it was better. It was definitely better, but there's still gaping holes in it. But
it wasn't originally meant to be. It was originally meant to be a movie.
Yeah, and this is kind of what it proved. But look, I'm not going to sit here and like what you like. It's all good. But of all the stuff Disney have done, the main things I've liked of Disney's is I did like Rogue One. It's not a perfect film, but I did like Rogue One, and I've enjoyed Mandalorian.
Rogue One was good. I will admit, Rogue One was a pretty decent film. It was good to know how they came about getting the plans. Solo was unneeded. We didn't need the Solo film.
Do you know what, dude? I've tried 3 times to get through Solo, and I can't do it. I've fallen asleep twice, and the third time I just want to shoot myself. Can't get through it. And this Andor show they're doing, which is set before Rogue One, which is based obviously like the origin story of fucking Andor from Rogue One. I don't think we need a show about him. Well, it's kind of like Michael said in the thing about Obi-Wan. We know his fate. We know it. We know he ends up on a beach.
Question for ThePeakyArrow.
Monkey Lizard wants to know if you're up for a probing session followed by an intense bout of electrocution to the testicles.
No.
See that? He asked the wrong person, because if he'd have asked me about electrocution to the testicles, he'd have got a completely different answer. But
it's a no from me.
It's kind of weird, is it? Man, I always pick up all the Star Wars DVDs, movies when they come out. I have got Solo there, and I think I've only ever watched like the first 10 minutes, and I've never went back to it.
It's so boring. We know, we know how he gets the Falcon. We know how he becomes friends with Chewie. We know how he meets with Lando. It's like we don't need that backstory.
I tell you the thing that got me in Solo for what I have watched, and I'm sure there's people who are far more. I'm not super knowledgeable in Star Wars. I love the first 3 films, can almost quote them word for word, but I'm not. My brain's not huge on expanded universe or a background character who was in it for 2 seconds sort of thing. But one of the things that really got me in Solo was we see that he was in the Imperial Army. He was a stormtrooper of sort of whatever he was.
He wanted to. He was originally trying to get into the Imperial Army. Yeah.
But so he's military trained, shall we say? So why, when he's in the Death Star with Luke, when it's like everything's normal, situation normal, and then he freaks out and shoots the boring conversation anyway, shoots the thing. Like, dude,
because when George Lucas originally wrote Star Wars, there wasn't going to be
exactly.
It was literally only going to be the 3 films.
But that's my point. That Star Wars, when it was written, didn't have that. They've gone back. They've done that story. Oh shit! But that doesn't tie in with.
Yeah. They contradict themselves a lot.
So that was. Nick, how do you feel about how do you feel about gravy? Gravy has its place, but not on bloody chips. Curry sauce on chips, gravy on a roast.
Yes.
Sausage and mash.
Yes. Chip shop curry sauce.
Chip shop curry sauce every time. If I tell you I'm getting fish and chips, it's a lie. I'm actually getting large battered sausage, chips, and curry sauce. That's, when I'm going to the chippy, that's my thing.
Yeah, same.
Here's a man of taste there. What about you, Baz? What's your chip shop? Your chip shop visit. What's your tip? What do you typically get when you go to the chip shop, mate?
I get a thing called a pizza crunch.
A pizza crunch. Well, that sounds epic and bad for you, and I want to try 6 of them.
It's a fried pizza and butter.
So I'm just
reading the comments. Sounds like a heart attack in a box.
Technically, it is, Chris, because you actually get it in a 10-inch fucking pizza box.
Amazing. My mind was blown when I was around before the pandemic. I was around before the sort of stopped doing the band stuff. I was around my drummer's house, and he ordered me a pizza, and it was full of kebab meat. And it was amazing. That was great, and I managed to eat the whole pizza and chips. But that was good. And then the week after we went. I don't know if you've seen a channel called Beard Meats Food. It's a competitive eater. Well, he went to a cafe near me called the Sunflower Cafe and did the Sunflower Burger Challenge.
Oh, is that by you?
That's by me. Well, I didn't do it in the restaurant, so I didn't technically compete, and I didn't have the milkshake. I drank like 2 liters of Coke Zero, but I smashed that burger. Of all his challenges, I think when he went in there, I think they piled more on his, because to be honest with you, I've done that challenge and
they do. So he's like said stuff about it, and another one called Randy, who he's done quite a few videos with. If they know you're a competitive eater, when you call up about that challenge to see if they still do it and if you can come in and do it, if they know you're a competitive eater, they always pretty much, well, not always, but a lot of them throw extra on because they don't want competitive eaters to be able to do it. Because then if a competitor eater does it, and obviously it goes on to like YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, other people come down and try to do it, and if they do it, they lose money because obviously you get the meal for free. So they constantly try to make people fail it so they still get the money for that meal.
See, if you looked at Beard Meats Food and you looked at me, I'm 5'9", atypical dad bod. You'd look at me and go, he could smash a food challenge. You'd look at Beard Meats Food and go, skinny whippet till we eat that. And he just annihilates it, and I would fall at the first hurdle.
So the way because he only eats like that twice a week. So he only does food challenges twice a week, unless he's in America and he's doing like a 1 week or a 2 week trip. Like America, and he's done his America series.
I've watched most of that now, I think.
Yeah, when he does those, he does have to eat like maybe 2-3 of those meals a day while he's over there, because he has to record that content and he has to do the food challenges while he's over
I mean,
there.
it's what I would say for his content is it's sort of testimony to his personality. Because to be honest with you, watching someone shove food down the face ain't the most exciting thing. But obviously, he's got quite the personality. So you sort of
Yeah. But when he's back and obviously like just doing normal day-to-day stuff over here, he only does food challenges twice a week, and the other 5 days a week he basically eats really low calorie stuff. So he'll have like salads and like stuff like that, so like high nutritionist meals to make up for the low nutrients that he's going to get for those food challenges. I think he does go to the gym as well. I think
there was a picture on his Twitter. Someone was he's ripped. He's absolutely ripped.
Yeah,
he's a beast. He looks skinny and beard and that, but he's absolutely cut.
Talking about food, there's actually on your breakfast menu, there's a thing called the heart attack roll.
Give me it.
So this is basically sausage, egg, haggis, black pudding, hash brown, tortoise scone, a wee bit beans, bacon, all in one roll.
And how much does that
you lost me at haggis and black pudding. I don't want it.
You don't have to have haggis and black pudding, but you can have everything else.
Oh man, we were friends, but haggis and black pudding are amazing.
It's £2 for this, man, and the rolls like that.
Two quid. Jesus Christ! If you come and get that in Dorset, that costs you bloody £7.5, £8.
I can't stand black pudding, and honestly, haggis just makes me feel sick just looking at it.
Oh. I hear when it jumps bombing.
We've got an American like barbecue place in my town called Blue Smokehouse. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it.
I know it. I'm away for work. I know it. Yeah.
And they've got one for like 50 quid, and you get so much stuff on it. And I'm like, do you know what? I really want to like take my phone in with me, take my tripod and my mic, set up a little, ask if I can record myself doing it. If I fail it, I fail it. It'd just be a bit of content for my channel. I'll happily pay 50 quid to do it as well. Like if I fail it, I'll happily give them the 50 quid.
Yeah, see, I know that. I mean, like I said, I did the sunflower one, and I was fine, but it was lovely. It was a big burger, but it wasn't. It's not. We used to have a burger challenge down our local pub, and I basically did the baby version of it one night, where it's not competitive, but it's basically the same thing, but minus 2 patties and half the chips, and I ate it and I regretted it because I was so full. I didn't want any more beer afterwards. I was like, it's Friday night and I don't want to drink more. What is going on? I was absolutely stuffed. And I thought, there's no way I could do the challenge, because I think it was 25 quid for this this gargantuan burger and chips and all the trimmings. But obviously, if you won, you got it for free. And if you lost, you didn't, as these things go. But only 2 people ever managed it. On the subject of burgers, though, who likes a Big Mac? I love a Big Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, bloody love a Big Mac. Because I used to be like over 20 stone or over. I'm a lot less now, but I've done 2 ways. I was super fat, then skeletal, and now I'm sort of dad bod. But I used to go into McDonald's and I'd order a 20 box of chicken nuggets and a Big Mac meal with a milkshake, and I'd annihilate that. And I used to stand in the mirror and go, why have you got 17 chins? I can't work this out.
Trying to find what's on this Blue Smokehouse challenge thing.
There's so many of the. I mean, obviously the pandemic closed a lot of little places like that down, didn't it?
Oh, definitely. Big Mac is the perfect burger.
Big Mac, the perfect burger.
Oh, here we go.
It's a great burger.
Here we go. It's called the Challenge Platter. It's £49.50. So it's a full rack of spare ribs, pulled pork, half a chicken, sliced brisket, burnt ends, and sausages, served on a big platter with fries and coleslaw.
See, where they're going to do you is with the fries. That's where they're going to do you.
Yes, so the best way to do that is eat the fries first.
Twitch saying, well, man, well done. Now he's all sexy and stuff. Now, well, I think at my heaviest I was 21. Sorry to cut you off there. And now I'm 17 again. I normally hover around 16 stone, but I've had holiday and the last couple of weeks I had a bit of a bad diet because I don't know, not to bring the tone of the conversation. I don't know if anyone remembers from when I've been on for my little black cat who used to come and sit with me.
Yeah.
He passed away 2 weeks ago and I was proper fucking
snap.
miserable. I'm not going to lie. So I just sort of buried my head in the sand and ate lots of junk food and drunk lots of beer. But, you know, bless him, he had a good life, 15 years and whatnot. And
but
still got the ginger numpty just there.
But also that challenge, another thing that's going to get you is all of that meat. Because that's a lot of meat, like a full rack of ribs, sausages, burnt ends, chicken, brisket, like pulled pork. That's a lot of meat.
See, I did Slimming World when I lost the bulk of my weight. I wouldn't hurt to go back and get a couple more stone off again. But the thing is, that diet is come on to a predominantly toy channel talking about Slimming World. But there you go. It's predominantly like high protein. So I would eat like whole chickens and things. If you took the skin off, you could eat as much chicken as you wanted or as much pasta or potato as you wanted. So like I sort of did it. I used to have these massive plates of food and sort of didn't learn portion control. Was losing weight like you wouldn't believe, but I didn't learn portion control at all.
But every time Rum joins the stream, wait, and
I weighed myself recently, and I used to have I still kind of already have a high metabolism, but my metabolism was fucking like sky high, so I could eat as much as I want, and like nothing would happen. And I think it's because I'm now reaching my 30s. Metabolism is now slowing down.
Yeah,
I was always about 8 stone. I am now 10 stone.
So you weigh about as much as my as my leg.
Yeah, I'm now 10 stone, and I don't feel happy about it. I'm just like I'm getting fat. Like I can see that I'm getting fat. I'm just like,
yeah, but man, you do fill out as you get older. And to be honest with you, you enjoy having a good metabolism. I currently have the metabolism of a pork pie. So, you know, I'm starting to look like the food I enjoy, but then I enjoy the food. So, and tomorrow's Friday, and I don't know about you guys, but when you work on a Friday, do you spoil yourself? I normally go on eBay and look for something I want. That's a payday thing. Is it payday? Oh shit, no, it's not payday tomorrow. It's a week. Oh, it's a week away.
I get paid on the 29th, so I get paid on the last Friday of the month.
Yeah, I normally look forward to that like Friday payday, or the Friday closest to payday. I look forward to going on eBay to buy some toy or something I want, and going and I don't know, like the last payday, me and the lads we all went and got a Domino's pizza for lunch.
So usually a Friday for me is I usually get up, I'll have breakfast, I'll go and do some toy hunting charity shops. Then I'll go and pick up my nephew for school. Then we go to the charity shops with him. Then I take him at football. And then it's usually if I'm in watching USR and then jumping onto with the guys. So, hey, look, what I just found in the charity shop for like 50p. And you're like, fuck off.
I'll tell you what, I love to see. Oh, Jesus, you twat. So you've just seen me freak out at a spider climb up my leg. Seriously, I'll show you. It's huge. Jesus fucking wept. Sorry about the language. Jesus. Sorry, lads.
The spiders are getting bigger over here. Like I'm telling you.
The fuck is he gone? Excuse my swear. I don't have what you call a I'm not like my missus who's petrified of them, but I don't like to be sat here and suddenly have one crawl over my bare leg. There you go. There's a moment to me freaking out, ripping my earphones out. Couldn't write it, could you?
Yeah, but if it bites you, you can become Spider-Man.
I'll probably just swell up a bit, I think. What's your superpower? Water retention and swollen limbs. Don't know where he's gone. He's down here somewhere. Oh,
Set the cat on it.
Do you know what? When that ginger thing was little, he was great. He would hunt spiders. He'd catch flies. Now he's 15. He's like, sod you, do it yourself.
Jump from a spider on YouTube. It was when Sylvester's pranked a vintage toy brush on his secret side.
Oh yeah.
So,
Again, I try. We all let him go. I try not to be too sweary on YouTube because I'm aware that like the boy likes to watch anything I've been on, but he can't watch this stream now because basically I was a big girl's blouse and I freaked out because a spider ran up my leg. But you know, I think that was a fair one.
That's just like my nephew's like he always wants to watch some of the live streams, but I know you try not to swear, but sometimes it does slip out.
Yeah, we're adults. It happens. Like, come on, we're on at what time? 20 past.
It was like I was watching Brian's live stream on the other night there, and I thought it was only the Scots that says the F word, but Brian kind of bet me on that because it was like every sentence it was like "fick this" and "fick that." I thought it was just the Scottish that said "fick" all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, it's a different thing on a live stream, isn't it? It's live, and you got to be yourself because if you're not being yourself, you're not being. I mean, I try and watch my language all the time. I've got a kid around me, but it does come out, and I also work in the building trade, which means every other word.
So you swear like a sailor.
Oh God, yeah. At work you do because I don't even you don't even realize you're doing it, and but like when I'm doing my videos and stuff, I'm quite for my actual YouTube videos. I'm very aware that I want Jackson to be able to watch him or watch it with his friends, so there I keep it, you know.
Yeah, you didn't want to get that phone call. Hey, excuse me, but why are you letting my son watch your videos when you're saying F and this and F and that?
Yeah, and I mean, although I'm a whinging bastard on here about most things in life, in my video, I try and keep my videos. Well, I haven't. Yeah. Well, I've got one which I was going to do, which was a real rant about something, but I'm undecided. Well, you'll see if it comes out. It's not even necessarily about toys because you know the whole idea of my channel is supposed to be toys, pop culture, whatever. It just so happens that the majority of what I've done this year has been toy related, and it probably will always be fundamentally. It's probably pretty much was going to be toy stuff, but no, I did start a little bit of a rant the other day. I was like, nope, behave yourself. But you know,
I think we'll have a toy run at some point in our lives, kind of thing. Because at the weekend, man, I went to Toy Town, and I was like, it was going down the aisle, and the thing just caught my eye, and I was like, oh, hey, they've got them in. I went over, they wanted 55 quid for the Boba Fett, the new Boba Fett figure.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted 55 quid for Mando and Grogu. And I was like, what the hell?
Sorry, just reading the comments. Step on it, Nick, like a good lad. I've got no shoes on. Ain't bloody stepping on no spiders with no shoes on. Sorry, that I guess. Yeah, you should probably get a super tip for that because if this was OnlyFans, some people pay for shots of feet, so you might be getting some super chats in now, Baz.
Show me your feet. Well, trust me, nobody wants to see my fucking Scottish feet, man. My feet are fucked. They
I've
stand
got a
on them
friend.
for too long.
I've got a friend, and she had an OnlyFans that was literally just focused on her feet, and people used to pay for that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
people are weird.
What the fuck?
I mean, what I could literally steal clips of The Hobbit and cut any shot of their feet and say that was my feet. They're horrible. Why would anyone want to pay to see that?
Just to kind of go on the question that I was saying is that for the new Boba Fett, it was for the Book of Boba. And they cry out the deluxe set. I mean, it's only extra accessories as far as I could see in the box, but they want 55 quid for it. But the thing with Toy Town is that they bring the stuff in, they'll have a set price for it. Get it 2 weeks later, they'll have that reduced, so you're probably not picking up for like 30 quid.
I'm just looking for where my e-cig flew when I jumped up from the spider. Where did that go? I'll find it. Yeah, no, some of the prices are absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if you lads know at all. I was on AliExpress the other day, and they seem to sell a lot of Black Series stuff. I wonder if it's genuine or knockoff.
Well, we knew we were kind of mentioning about the AliExpress about a month ago, and Rory was telling me about something because I was trying to get a hyena for the 6-inch scale Harley Quinn figures that I've got.
Mm-hmm.
And he came, it's like, oh, we'll try that. I actually went on and I've actually got the new Action Force figures as well for no bad prices. I'm kind of tempted just to pick one up to see if it actually is an original.
What Action Force is in Bobby Valor's Action Force?
Yeah.
Where's that on? Sorry?
AliExpress. AliExpress is selling them for anything between 25 to 40 quid per figure.
Oh, really? I know on AliExpress a while ago they released some Action Men, and they called them the T-Rex one because it was aimed at real young kids. It had a decent head sculpt, but basically a Ken doll body. But the heads were really good, and a lot of us Action Man guys, we were buying the figures from B&M for £5, ripping their heads off and putting them as if not feet, what does Peaky pay for on OnlyFans? Where a lot of us guys were ripping the heads off, sending them off to get flocked, and doing like custom figures with them. Because I did a couple, and I could straight up just buy the heads.
The Plugger Ranger.
Sorry, that's something you do not want the answer to.
But just looking through the comments. Yeah, so I'm half tempted because on Ali, I don't collect Black Series because I think I said to you before. Is it if I do Black Series, I'll only want core characters.
See, at the beginning when I was picking up the Black Series, it was kind of dangerous because I was picking up one of each. I was picking up a box version and a loose version, and it kind of got to the stage it's like, nah, it's costing too much. Recently, when I've been picking up the Black Series, I've only been picking up characters that I kind of like. I mean, I didn't get when I pick up a lot of Stormtroopers because I like the idea of the different variations. But I'm going to be picking up probably more Stormtroopers to do more customs on different characters from other.
Well, Jax, sorry, carry on, Baz.
It's like I've done my Harley Quinn. I want to do a Joker. I want to do a Poison Ivy. I want to do another Catwoman one as well, even though I've kind of done one. But I want to kind of go down that route. I want to do a Joker. It's like everybody's that told me, it's like, oh, do a Vader Joker. I think that'd be a cool idea. I've got other ideas for Joker as well. Because I was thinking about using KS2 body and then putting the Joker head on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of painting up in like the Joker colours.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But that would be really cool, and I'd be interested to see what you come up with. I'd love to see it. On the Black Series thing, though, if I do get any, it is Stormtrooper wise. I'd be tempted to get one or two to custom, like you have, but I don't know how I'd custom them, or if I'd just rough them up a bit, make them sort of, do some paint stuff on them, make them look like they're battle worn. which they probably sell them like that. I don't know. I don't really follow the Black series, but any characters I get though, as I think I've just said it, it would only be core characters like Luke, Leia, Han, Lando, Vader. Star Wars from growing up sort of things.
They've got like these ones that are like battle damage, Nick. They've got like meant to be like luster fucking.
Yeah, see, I'd see what they've gone for there, but I mean, I'd almost want to, when you watch like the customizers on other YouTube channels and they properly like weather stuff and it just looks incredible.
I am gonna actually jump out here because I have got a stinking headache forming.
That's no worries. I'll be ending in about 10 minutes anyway, Chris. So,
so I need to go and take some. I'm going to go take a paracetamol to bed.
All right, Chris, we'll take it easy, mate. Hopefully your headache shifts.
I've literally been since I got home from work at 6. I recorded and edited 4 videos, so I've been sat in front of my screens a bit too long, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like you just need to get your head down, mate. To be honest.
Yeah, so I'm gonna head off.
All right, mate. Well, lovely chatting to you as usual.
Yeah, Baz, I will speak to you at some point.
No worries, my friend.
I'll see you again sometime, Nick.
Yeah, see you soon, man. Take it easy.
See ya. Bye, bye everyone in the chat.
There's so much potential you could probably do with these to make them slightly better.
Yeah, there's lots of potential for any of those, I think. I mean, paint apps on some of the more... I don't know. See, I don't really want to complain about modern paint apps because I think back to toys I had as a kid, and to be honest with you, toys I had as a kid, none of them particularly had brilliant paint apps on them, but then I expected less when I was 5, 6, 7, 8 than I probably do now as an adult. I'm probably a bit more, sorry, cat fur in my eye. That or a spider has laid eggs in my eye, and I'm going to have spiders hatching out of my brain later. I don't know. But so what was I going to say?
I just have the visions of that fucking spider fucking thing.
Oh, mate, that spider that just caught my... Like I say, my missus, if that would happen to her, she would have literally screamed the place down. I'm fine, but because I'm sat in a pair of shorts, I just felt my leg tickling. I was like, well, you saw. This is on camera. That was a right...
Too close to...
Did we hit too... Oh, sorry, I didn't see that.
Did we hit too much?
Sorry, Peaky. But as so I heard you say you might not get to the car boots this. Did you say you might not get to the car boots this weekend?
Well, I need to watch the parents because my car goes in for its MOT next week.
Oh, I did hear you saying about that. Yeah. Well, you never know what you're going to get, do you?
Point of the year we always fucking hate because it could be anything. It could pass first time. It only cost you £50 for the MOT, or it could cost you up to like 400, 500, maybe 600 quid. Kind of thing, depending on what you need.
I don't know what mine's going to be this year. My car was last year. The only thing it failed on was the headlamps. It said that they were too misted up. So I took them to my brother-in-law, and he literally polished them out with this buffer thing, and they looked great. They've gone down. I'll do them again before I go this time. They could do another touch up. But
somebody has to say try baking soda and lemon. You get
yes.
the lemon, the baking soda, and it's meant to clean them up. But I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know if actually
these were absolutely shagged, if I'm honest. And Kev polished them right up. But they said to me last time, they're like, "Oh, well, the problem is all the pitting and that's on the inside, and it's affecting the beams." So I'll take him to Kev. I'll get him to give him a polish before I go in, give him the best chance. But problem is, if they fail it, then the only option I'm really going to have is to get another set, which means finding a set of a second-hand car because I'm not paying. My car's 17 years old. It's a Honda CR-V. I'm not paying for bloody brand. Oh, it cost me more than the car's worth, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just a workhorse, so that I don't drive my car.
I
drive
look
my
after the
once
car,
a
man.
week.
If it's needing brakes and that, you kind of can yourself when you're driving. You can if your brakes are starting to they either start squeaking or you kind of get to know your car. If you've had your car for so long, you kind of know the different noises. Wait a minute, that it's making a slightly winding noise when it shouldn't be, kind of thing. But I usually get my car checked. We have one of my dad's friends that stays up the road from me. He usually comes down and say, when's your MOT due? He says, I'll come down, and he basically goes over it with a fine tooth and he says, right, you'll need that, need that, need that. So either get it before it goes in for its MOT but this year he's not been able to do it because his wife's mum's been really no well, so I didn't like pestering him too much to help out with the car kind of thing. But
the thing is, like my car, it gets driven once, maybe twice a week, but I drive my work van every day generally, and then the missus, she's got a nice little Citroen thing that I got her and the boy, because obviously they pride and joy. You don't want them driving around in a piece of shit. Let's be fair.
no.
And that's so cheap to run. If I have got a whip into town, I generally just, if she's not using it, I just jump in that because it drinks a thimble full of fuel. Whereas my car's like, oh, I've driven because I live.
Well, I've got a Peugeot, Nick. And it's a 207, but it's diesel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably the best fucking car I've probably bought in the last probably 10 years.
Well, I had to, Peugeots are good cars. I had to set cars and emissions. I heard you talking about emissions earlier. I helped a mate out the other night and I had to drive to Bath. And it's about an hour and 20 minutes from me. So I shot over to Bath, helped him out with what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call. Hi, Kat. I got a phone call literally the next day going, oh, shit, mate, you better go on. You've got 7 days to pay for your emissions thing because you're in the clean air zone. I was like, oh, he's like, I'll pay it for you. I was like, oh, don't worry, whatever. Anyway, I went on the DirectGov website, typed in my car reg, thought, well, 2-litre, 16-year-old Honda CRV. I'm definitely going to get hit, like £280 a year tax or whatever it is. And it's like, no, my car's exempt. So I screenshotted it and thought, how the bloody hell is my car exempt? Like, you wouldn't think it's certainly not efficient.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how the emissions kind of work on certain motors. But my dad's got he's got a Ford Mondeo, but he's got the titanium one. So for the year, it's 285 quid for the year for my dad's car. And it's about 120 quid for 6 months. But my car is a 1.4 diesel. I thought you would never get a 1.4 diesel. It's like, how the hell is that impossible? Because usually you think diesels is anything for a 1.5 upwards.
Yeah, my dad's little Fiesta that used to be diesel was like a 1.9.
And my road tax for my car for the year is only 30 quid.
It's mad.
And when he's talking for like the last 2 years, is that, 2022, the road tax is going to be going up. You're going to have to get it, and it's still 30 quid, but certain cars goes on your emissions a year. My car doesn't seem. I think my car hits between 70 to 75, so that gets classed as like the.
Like I say, literally just picked up, traded in Carla had a little C1, the little Citroen C1s. I traded that in for a C3. Did a new plan, got her a new car and whatnot, and that's £120 a year tax. But like 10 years ago or whenever it was, that would have probably been £30 a year, or because like the C1 was £120 a year, but 10 years ago the C1s were all like, they were like zero. You didn't have to pay any tax on them, but they scrapped that.
My dad had the 407, and it was kind of like a family heirloom because my dad had it. Then I got it for a while, and then I got another car. My dad taken that one back, used that for his work. Then when my sister's car engine went, it's like it was going to cost too much to get it done. So she ended up getting the car for like 6 months until she got to sell another car. Then my dad got it back. Then when I had the C1, the Citroen C1, the timing belt went on that. It was just going to cost too much, so I ended up getting that back for about a year. So when this car done its fucking runs until the car decided to die itself.
I tell you what,
yeah.
Talking cars, right? Cars and toys, right? It's not really a toy, but it was a bit of a toy. I was sat in the Citroen garage the other day, and they had this little box like car in there. And I was like, what is that? It looks like a go-kart. And that's an all-electric car. It's got a 45-mile range, and it only does 28 mile an hour. It's just for around town. It's like got one door, and it's a suicide door. The other door's a standard door, and it's completely basic. And I said, let us have a go in that. So he's like, yeah, fine. Took it out. So much fun to drive, mate. It literally was like a little go-kart. Like everyone was looking at you, like you're driving down the road, and everyone's looking like, what's that? Of course, I'm laughing because it is just nuts. It's not fast. It's just like literally.
Like when I got the car that I've got the Peugeot, it was through my dad's friend that I got it for. But I only had one owner from the day it was registered. So it's a 56 plate. And when I got it only done 20,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
The last that had it before, it was one of my dad's friends, but she worked in his office kind of thing. And she's like, oh no, I'm selling, need to sell mum's car. She can't drive it anymore. She's been told not to drive it. And then he knew that I was needing a car kind of thing. And it's like, so he brought it up, showed me, and it's like, I'm looking at them, it's like 20,000. That's impossible for.
G-Force was just saying exactly the reason he loves his Civic. It drives like a go-kart. They do that. They're great cars to drive. One of my favorite cars I ever owned, I had a Mark IV Golf GTI, the 1.8 turbo, and that was a great car. I mean, Carla curbed every bloody wheel on it, caught it on the wall, and ripped the side out. But I used to really be into hot hatches and cars like that when I was younger and a bit more mad. Then I got a motorbike license, and cars were just insignificant for that. Just bikes are a different animal altogether.
I think if I was going for another car, I think I would probably go for a stick for the next one. Like,
But on the subject of bikes, I had one quite bad off, my fault, but riding like a twat, deserved to come off, and that scared the crap out of me. And then Carla was like, "I'm pregnant." I was like, "Oh right, yeah, bike's got to go. It's just silly. It's not, I actually have responsibilities now." So
it's like the new thing. My nephew, he's fascinated with motorbikes at the minute because one of the teachers at his school has actually got a Harley Davidson, but it's one of the three-wheeler ones.
Oh, what, a trike?
It's like a trike, eye, and it's like every time I pick him up, he goes, "That's my teacher's bike," and I'm looking at it, it's like, all right. And then you see his teacher coming in, and it's like, Jesus Christ, man, she's only like 5 foot something, and she's driving this big fucking beefy bike.
I rode my mate's Harley. My mate Pete, he had a Harley 883, which I think a lot of the Harley enthusiasts call an entry level bike. It was all right. It was comfortable. I scratched the wheel pegs on it as soon as I went around the corner because I had a sports bike, but they're all right, but they're very, very different bike. Harleys and things, they're lovely bikes. But if I was really into my bikes, I don't think I could just own a Harley. If I went back into bikes, I'd like a Harley, or a cruiser of some description, maybe not a Harley, but I was always into my thing is I used to be fucking, excuse me, my swear, I used to be the size of Free Willy with long hair down here, covered in tattoos. And people would see me and go, "Oh, what do you ride? A Harley?" I'm like, "No, I like my bikes to go fast in corner, thank you." I like riding sports bikes. It's like complete wrong image for the bike I rode. But no, whenever anyone would see me with a bike helmet, they'd be, "Oh, do you ride a Harley?" You look like something out of Sons of Anarchy. Nah, just fat with long hair, mate. It doesn't. But that's the perception, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
But I miss the bike in some respect, but I think the bike got boring for me as well because I did spend 18 months commuting on it day in, day out. And when you ride all that time in all weathers, all conditions, makes you a better rider, but they're not fun anymore. Like, if I ever get a bike again, I want
to look like John Wayne for the rest of your life as well.
Yeah, I mean, England, Scotland, let's be fair, it ain't warm, is it, most of the year?
No.
I sold my I had an XJ6 diversion for a while. Now, what did I have before that? I had something else before that, and I had a big old exhaust on it. And I'd ride to work, and my hands would be freezing. And if you had your gloves on, obviously only with your gloves on, I'd get off and I'd grab the exhaust to warm my hands up. That was it. Then I sold that bike, and I got an XJ6 diversion just for a commuter, but the exhaust was all hidden underneath. Shit, can't warm my hands up anymore. Going under the bike. Then I sold that and brought a KTM Duke, which was like the single cylinder thing, and that was just a toy.
That's just like why the guys that I work with, he's just waiting to sell one of the electrical bikes, motorbike. I mean, this thing looks like it's something out of Terminator. It doesn't even look like a motorbike, man. It's like something out of the future kind of thing.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them, and that they are nuts. I mean, they're like true adult toys, though, aren't they? I mean, they're nuts. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's all going to go electric at some point, isn't it? Let's be fair. We'll keep trying to get away from it, but everything's changing. That simple things. Look at how it all goes. You got toy It's not connected, but it's one of the same in a way. You got toy companies getting rid of plastic, car companies going electric, and it's like, as much as we want to fight it, by the time my boy is my age, he'll think nothing of it. It'll be electric, won't it? And it'll all be.
When it does that, Chump's bloody
lack on his train, gravy land. But
hello, brother. It's a way to American breakfast gravy.
I'll tell you what, American breakfast. When I was in America, we were staying at the downtown Sheraton in LA, and they had the X Games were on while we were there. So we got to meet, because all the X Games people, our hotel was sponsoring it or whatever, and we got to meet with the X Game people. They were sound. Used to drink with them in the bar most nights. Didn't know who bloody one of them was. I knew they were famous in what they did. And but there was a Denny's. Like, you come out of our hotel and you walk into like a little built-on mall, and there was a Denny's. And the Denny's breakfast burrito. That's the food of kings. Going back on food, that was ace. I do miss the breakfast burrito, and I miss Jolly Rancher sweets. I can get them sometimes over here in certain shops. Like, B&M are getting quite good at stocking American sweets now. Have you noticed that?
I noticed that at the weekend there, man. They've got a lot of the breakfast cereals in now.
Yeah, like Lucky Charms.
I noticed they're getting some of the American candy in as well.
I'm a fan of a Baby Ruth bar. I do like a Baby Ruth bar. I mean, as a rule, I don't like much American chocolate, because their chocolate tastes very different to ours, but something about Baby Ruth, I do like those. And I like American.
It's something to do with the Goonies as well.
Yeah, true. Well, the first time I heard of a Baby Ruth bar, have you ever seen the film Bubba Hotep?
Is that the one where Kurt Russell, but it's like old? It's meant to be Elvis, but he's older. Yeah. It's like they've got to fight the mummy.
Yeah, well, anyone in the chat who hasn't seen Bubba Hotep, it's Bruce Campbell, and he's playing.
Or is it Bruce Campbell?
Bruce Campbell. The basic story is that Bruce Campbell's character and Elvis there was Elvis and there was an Elvis impersonator, and they switched lives because they one didn't want the fame, one wanted a normal life. and they had a deal he could swap back at any time anyway. Elvis died, paperwork went up, couldn't prove it was him. So it cuts to the future when Elvis, you never really know through the film if it is really Elvis or an impersonator or a nuts guy, is in a nursing home, and he's got his friend who's thinks he was JFK, and there's a mummy in the nursing home, and he goes around sucking people's souls out of their assholes. That's quite literally what he does. And they've got to stop them. It's so funny. Such a good film. But the first time I saw a Baby Ruth bar was in that. And then like when I was in America, I was like, that was in Bubba Hotep. And I had one. I was like, that's great.
Yeah, I watched that a few months back and I quite enjoyed it. It's quite funny.
Yeah, it's such a weird film, but so good as well. Like, it's been ages since I've seen that. I must watch that again. But that was really good. Let me get one of those fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches, Mama. But no, I love crazy films like that. There's a few years back there was a spate of like people making like B-style movies. Did you ever see Hobo with a Shotgun?
Yeah.
I loved that film. It was shit, but it was good. And what was the other one? Was it Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez? He did all the sort of like Machete and stuff. And
There's one. It's another one. It's another Grindhouse movie, but it's cried. What was it? I can't remember the name of it, but it's like a zombie thing. Bruce Willis is in it for a bit. But it's like the main character's girlfriend gets her leg bitten off and she's in hospital, and it's like the hospital gets overrun with these creature things, and he just kind of comes in where says, you need to get out of here, and she's like, I can't, what, I've not got a leg. Next minute he just kind of grabs up the chair, breaks off the leg and sticks it in, and then it's like halfway through it he comes bending and goes here, and he basically puts attaches a machine gun to a Pacific leg. And then she's just kind of running about fucking shooting these zombies with it.
Sort of like, is it which Evil Dead film is it where Ash loses his hand and then in the next film he's like attaches a chainsaw to his arm or whatever? That was Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Love stuff like that. I mean,
the third, well, I would class as the third one, and that's when it's like the medieval, and he builds himself his own, like,
yeah, because that was odd. That was odd because the second film was sort of a remake of the first film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was I remember. Did I own it? Did my mate own it? I think I had a DVD set of it, and it was like the Book of the Dead. It was all rubberized and whatnot. But that's probably, well, when I moved out of Mother's, when I bought my first place, that was probably got lost or chucked up in the loft. It's probably perished now. You know, when you first move into your first place and there's no room and you just condense everything down. It's like how a load of my toys, like when I was living at Mum's, I still had my shelves up and I still had like all like toys and stuff just all out from when I was a kid. And I think my mum still thinks I'm weird. Oh, you're an adult and you like toys. Yeah, I'm an adult and I like toys. But I go to work and I pay my taxes.
He's like, he kind of looks at this room and he goes, and you can see a bit disgusted, is like, but then when you kind of find out, when he finds out is that, oh, this one's worth this amount, and it's like, then you start seeing the dollar signs fucking rolling in his fucking eyes.
Do you know, whenever a question I often get asked, almost follows it almost immediately. If anyone sees my Action Man collections, it's a good collection. And the next people see it, or they'll see a picture and they go, the first thing you hear is, how much is it worth? Well, I've got an idea in my head, but it's somebody messaged me on Instagram when I had an Action Man Instagram, and as exciting as that sounds, and somebody messaged like, oh, how much to buy your collection? And I just messaged back 10 grand. And the guy's like, sends me this really ranty message. It's not worth 10 grand. You're effing dreaming, blah, blah, blah. I was like, well, no, it's not. But if you want to buy it, it's 10 grand, brother. Because the thing is, I need to go out and buy it again. and it's going to cost me more this time round because I don't think I'll have the patience to search out all the parts that I did the first time. So yeah, I often get asked how much is your collection worth? How much? Or when people find out, like I don't tend to talk about prices of what I pay for stuff too much, but someone like there was one part I bought for one of my Actionmen, and it was a bit pricey, but they are like rocking horse crap, mate. You can't find them anyway. So I was like, "You spent that on a toy? How you spent that on a toy?" Blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, but in your house you've got signed boxing gloves. Like, what's the difference? That's your poison. This is my poison. Each to their own.
Is it the Mech Sphere Harley Quinn for the Suicide? And I think that's probably the most expensive figure I've probably bought in the last 2 years. Because that one cost me about 100, 110, something like that. But I wanted to get the Joker as well, but that's a bit pricey at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, but you wanted it. You earned the money for it. You bought it. Is it bring you joy? Are you still glad you got it?
Really, I'm kind of, just as we're talking, I'm kind of just looking at the Harley Quinn, and probably the next most expensive Harley Quinn thing I've got is probably the Hush Harley Quinn as well.
But it's each their own. Some people go out and they'll go to shops and they'll buy a 10 grand DFS sofa. Well, it's never 10 grand from there, but they'll buy a 5 grand sofa and they'll have this and have that. They rack up the credit and that. That's not how I work. I'm more a sort of buy it outright sort of guy. Save up, pay for it. You've got some credit, of course you need to. It's the way the world works. But people that go, oh, you spend that. Why would you spend that on that? And you think, well, look around. I mean, I'm not a very materialistic person at all. That said, I've got a lot of toys, but that's what I want. You know, but if push come to shove, if I had to pay a bill, if the boy needed something or Carla needed something, sod the toys that get sold. They're more important. But I
think we had a discussion about this on another live stream about like buying collectibles and that. It's like the majority of my stuff that I do get, I get them through the boot sales or the charity shops.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something I really want, and it's something I'm into, I kind of budget my money out for the month. Even though I get paid weekly like yourself, you've still got the kind of budget because you've still got bills to come off throughout the month. So you kind of work out what you get in a month, and then you say, right, I need that. Like, this is spare income. So whatever you've got spare, you can say, right, this week I'm going to buy that. Next week I'll get that. Next month I'll wait and I'll get that next month, kind of thing. But
the way I always do it is the money comes in. First things first, pay the bills. Bills got to be paid. Bills are paid. Does the boy need anything? If he needs it, pay for that. And I'm not just talking spoiling toys, like, you know, because kids, they need things. And then chuck a bit in the savings, right? It's a bit in the savings. Have we got any plans this month? Like next week, we're off. I've said about boxing gloves that I am a big boxing fan. I'm off to see an audience thing with Tyson Fury. So, look, is there something we want to do as a family or as a couple or whatever? Money for that. And then when it all boils down to it, if there's a few quid left over, as long as Carla's got a few quid and, you know, she works hard, so she buy whatever little bits she wants with it. I mean, we're adults. As long as you're responsible with collecting, like don't buy an exclusive figure if it means you ain't going to pay your rent or your mortgage, or you're not going to put food on the table for your family. But if everything's covered, sod it. Spend what you want. It's your money at the end of the day. You can't take it with you, and you're a long time dead.
It's like I get asked this with my nephew all the time. Is like, he says, if anything happens to you, where's all your toys going? And I says, you know where my toys are going? My toys are going in my coffin with me. They'll get buried with me.
It's a big coffin then.
He thinks he's going to inherit all this. That's like, no.
Thing is, though, mate, they won't. If you put all them in a coffin with you, they won't allow you to be cremated because you'll put a hole in the ozone layer of all the fumes from the plastic. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to go cheaper. I'm just going to make sure there's a big, massive hole in the front garden, and they can put me fucking in there if they want.
To be honest with you, what they do with me when I'm gone is up to them. I mean, it's dying's an expensive prospect, isn't it? Well, it must be, because I mean, Jesus Christ, I know what I've just paid to have my cat cremated. Jesus, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. You're like, you're there in the vets crying your eyes out because you're making a really shit tough decision, and they're like, oh yeah, and this is going to cost 280 quid. What? They got you. You got to do it. So like,
but that's just coming up for 2 hours anyway, so I think we'll probably just end it here, Nick.
yes, mate, no problem at all.
I do appreciate you coming on, and Lagon coming on, and Chris being here.
Well, thanks for having me. Sorry, I've been waffling on about absolute random crap, but there you go.
This is what I do the streams for, man. We don't always have to talk about toys or that. We just kind of, somebody will say something in the chat, and it kind of, you start talking. This is what I love about it. This is what I love about it.
It's like a conversation you'd have down pub, isn't it? Someone
Right.
say something, and you just go off on a tangent.
This is why I love the community that we're in, kind of thing. We all have somebody will say something about fish and chips or gravy, and then we kind of go down that road. It's all good. It's all good. But hopefully we'll have a live stream next week if it's no Chris, because I know Chris is going away for the weekend next week. I can't remember if he says he can make next Thursday, but if no, it'll just be myself. But I do have a couple of things coming, hopefully next week, to show off.
Nice.
I think there's a couple of things that you'd probably kind of appreciate, Nick.
Oh, I'm intrigued. But you're not going to tell me, as otherwise I won't tune in. That's the thing. You got to keep the suspense.
Well, it's the things that I'm buying are kind of things that you can see behind me, kind of thing. But it's one thing I've been after for a while. I just managed to see it for a good price. Well, the two things I managed to see for good prices, so we'll just see what everybody thinks about them, kind of thing. When hopefully I'm hoping they'll be here for Saturday, but if not, it says Tuesday at the latest. So hopefully I'll have them for Thursday, kind of thing.
Well,
and
mate,
Chris is on. We're going to have a little fun and games with them, kind of thing.
Excellent. Well, thank you for having me on anyway, mate. It was
no worries.
I weren't doing much, so it's always great to pop on and say hello to everyone.
Definitely. But until next week, catch you all later.